Today we are ranking every single item in Mario Kart World. There's a lot of returning and brand new items all together, so there's a lot to unpack and talk about. So I'm not going to waste too much more time because we have to get into this list, but thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Just yesterday we had over 220 brand new subscribers, so let's see how many we can get in today's video. Let's try to beat that by a large margin. Thank you so much for tuning in. So once again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario Kart World. But let's jump into the ranking of all Mario Kart World's items ranked worst to best. Coming in at number 28, we have the coin block. Now I know a lot of you might be like, whoa. You think the coin is not as bad as the coin block? Yeah, let me tell you why. The coin block actually gives you more coins, but it also shoots coins out for other racers, so you're kind of like donating to other people, but the fact that it's lower than the regular coin is that you can pull this thing as low as like 13th place, which is not good. You don't want to be in 13th place with a coin block because it's not really gaining you any sort of advantage. Which honestly leads me to my number 27, the regular coin. Now, in this game, you get 2 coins when you pop a regular coin item, but the reason why I think it's a slightly better item than the coin block is because you're the one getting these coins, and the fact that you're only going to get this within the top like 3 slots of the race, unless you're very unlucky and get it even lower, which normally doesn't happen. It's also always good to have one of these in your first slot when Boo comes around and tries to steal one of your vital items. Next up we have the Chemic Orb, and I feel like this one is just kind of pointless. All it does is transform the other racers into a specific item and then spawn some enemies up ahead, which you can also run into. So it's like giving yourself obstacles to dodge. Like this one spawned a bunch of giraffes in front of me. Why would I want that? You know, it doesn't really do too much to the other racers, and it didn't really help me gain any other advantage on the other racers as well. It's also an extremely rare item, and I hate the way it unlocks characters by turning you into a character that's kind of familiar with the area of the map that you're on, which means if you're looking for a specific character, you're going to have to get transformed in a specific region, which just is stupid. The blooper is a little bit better than it has been in the past, but it's once again one of those items that just, who cares? It doesn't block your screen that much, but I guess it's a little better than the others because it does make it a tiny bit difficult on a game where we don't know the track so far, and also a game that can have tons of traffic in the way as well, making it hard to see where you're going. But for the most part, you're always driving straight, and it's just always chaotic with all the items near you, and odds are you probably have a mushroom or some type of boost item to knock this off your screen within seconds. The banana is a basic defense item. Yeah, you can throw them, but odds are you just want to keep it behind you when you're in the topper placements and just keep it behind you as a protective shield. Now yes, every item automatically is held behind you, but not every item defends you the way a shell or banana does, and that's why the banana is slightly better than everything we've seen so far, is because at least it protects you in situations, at least until a Boo takes it from you. The blue shell is one of those items that just sucks for the person on the receiving end, but the person that's actually dealing it out isn't really getting any benefit from it either. It's just you throwing a blue shell to take out whoever's in first, and a lot of the time you're going to be way back in the pack when you get this thing. Yes, the blue shell can hit other players as well, but odds are a lot of people are going to see it coming and just scoot out of the way because it goes down the middle of the lane and it only hits first place. Am I really saying a green shell is better than a blue? Well, when you look at the versatility of it, kind of, considering the fact that it blocks things coming from behind you. Well, it blocks some items. It's always good to have one of these on you in case someone's launching things at you ahead of you. It can even block fire, ice balls, and even other shells and projectiles thrown at you, and you could just throw it and actually aim it and hit who you want. And in this game, you can actually turn the camera and aim exactly where you want to throw the green shell, even beside you or at an angle. The red shell, on the other hand, is slightly better, as it's able to defend you from the back, and also you can throw it and it will home on to an enemy near you. And these things are very good at tracking players in this game. I know some games it's really hard to tell where your shell's going, and sometimes it just drives right past your opponent, but in this one it tracks them down pretty well and follows after them no matter what turn or branching path that they take, so it's a pretty good item. Now I do think the gold shell is slightly better than the other two. Not only does it give you a path of coins that you can follow directly right after you throw it, making it hard for everybody else to swerve in line to grab them, but it also travels up the middle and it's indestructible, meaning it can go through multiple different players, unlike a regular red, where you can literally line up 4 to 5 racers if they're not paying attention, and especially in a game like Mario Kart World where there's 24 racers in one bunch, while also giving you tons of coins in the process. Coming in at number 19, we have the mushroom. Just the single mushroom. Number 19, a single mushroom. Sometimes it might not seem like a lot, but a single mushroom can actually get you through multiple shortcuts and actually get you ahead of the pack by a lot. Also, mushrooms can be used to dodge blue shells and can definitely come in handy if you pocket one all the way up to first place. In a game as chaotic as Mario Kart World, it's always good to have a barrier of items around you to block you from getting bumped by other racers or spammed by items or literally just caught in the crossfire. Having these triple bananas might seem pointless because when you throw them, odds are you're not going to hit anybody, but having that shield around you when there's 23 other racers near you is definitely vital. Next up, we have the dash food, and this is a little bit better than a normal mushroom depending on how and when you get this thing, because there's 3 levels of dash food that you can get, which gives you 3 different levels of speed, and the 3rd level is extremely fast. It lasts almost as long as a triple mushroom and can help you get through multiple different shortcuts and breaks in the path, just like a mushroom would. It's just a really good speed item in this game. That's if you don't get hit, and it also gives you costumes. It's very satisfying to unlock a new costume. The hammers are okay items. You're able to chuck a bunch of them out at once, which makes it really good, and you can chuck them forward or even backward, and I believe with the new camera turn, you might even be able to chuck them sideways and at different angles. Potentially the best part about them is you can chuck out so many in front of you, and you don't even have to worry about running into them, because they don't affect you at all, unlike you throwing other shells or you throwing fireballs, which could bounce back and hit yourself, which is a great thing. The bombs in this game I feel like are slightly nerfed from Mario Kart 8, where I feel like the blast radius isn't as big and they don't go off unless you get super close this time around, and they don't also toss as far forward unless I'm just mistaken, but they're still really good explosive items that you can blow up lots of people in one pack with. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is just drop it behind me as I'm driving and just watch everybody else get farther away from me, which is perfect, but sometimes I feel like the bomb should be exploding when I'm throwing it right near someone and it just never goes off. But it's also still a good protective item, and if I'm not mistaken, you can just keep it held behind you and you won't take damage if something does run into it. Everybody else behind you will, but you won't. Triple green shells are really good protector items that you can use just like the triple bananas, but this time you can actually have more accurate throws as to where these things go, meaning you could completely cover the road in 3 shells in a matter of seconds, either in front of you or behind you. It's just a really good item to use as a barrier because people will bump into you or try to get close, and you don't even have to do anything besides have them spinning and rotating around you. And also, like I said earlier, you can actually angle and turn the camera and throw these things anywhere, which means you can be absolutely evil to other racers. The fire and ice flowers both essentially work the same way, shooting out either fire or ice balls at your enemies, and you can throw a lot of these things, either forward and backward, meaning that you can dodge multiple oncoming items. If someone's throwing a triple red at you, you can take out everything that's coming at you, or you can just blast a whole bunch of people in front of you. The only bad part is they can bounce and ricochet off walls and actually come back to hit you, which just isn't good. It's also just, unfortunately, a very rare item that I haven't seen much in my playthrough of this game so far. The Super Horn is a very good item. It helps to get away from clusters of enemies that are all up against you, and also it protects you from one of the most dangerous weapons in the game, being the blue shell. If you're in first place with one of these things, consider yourself extremely lucky, because pretty much nothing's going to touch you. The boomerang is pretty good in this game, considering the fact that you get an extra toss compared to Mario Kart 8, where you get 4 tosses now. This thing can just be so annoying to other players. You can use it to throw it behind you and mess with people, you can throw it to the side, you can throw it behind you to block incoming items, and your last throw goes all the way up the middle of the track, still hitting a lot of players. And it's pretty much indestructible, with the only problem this time around being that once you use it once, it doesn't switch off to your secondary item, which can make it frustrating if you really want to use what's next in your lineup. For instance, the next item is a star or even a golden mushroom, but you're forced to throw all your boomerang throws first, which is preventing it from going any higher on this list. Lightning is an extremely good item. Now, it did get nerfed a little bit from Mario Kart 8, where it doesn't last that long, and even some of the racers in the topmost part of the pack are going to grow within seconds. So normally, it would last at least 5 to 10 seconds until everybody on the track regrew to normal size. So it's not a huge deal this time around, but it definitely is pretty big when it shocks everybody in front of who uses it. The feather is a very versatile item that works great with the mechanics of Mario Kart World. Not only does it let you avoid and dodge items that are being tossed at you, but you can also use it to jump onto secret alternate paths. I will admit, in most cases, it's probably more for the advanced player, as there's a lot of little secrets that you have to learn with the track in order to know when to use this thing, but simply just using it as a way to jump over incoming items, everything outside of a blue shell, is a really good feature. The triple red is an absolute devious item pack that you can get in Mario Kart World. Not only is it a great protection item, but yeah, you get 3 homing attacked red shells. I mean, what else do I have to say about this item? If you find yourself getting absolutely obliterated from somebody behind you, odds are they have a triple red shell, and maybe even more if their second item has some as well. This item is just super annoying for anybody dealing with it, but when you have it, you can guarantee that you'll be knocking at least 3 people back. Having 1 mushroom is good, having a 3rd tier dash food is great, but having 3 mushrooms is sometimes excellent, because it allows you to skip so much of the track. It is a very important item. What makes these so great as well is if you're taking damage, you can immediately pop some of these right after you take damage, and it kind of counteracts it, making it not as bad. So honestly, something as simple as triple mushrooms is one of the best item pulls that you can get in this entire game. The bullet bill, or what my friends call the Uber, is a pretty great item where you can just pop this bullet and it pretty much just travels in a line for you and takes you all the way back up into the pack where everybody is racing. It is nerfed a little bit where it doesn't deal damage to people now, just kind of bumps them out the way, but it still is a really good thing to get you back up into the race if you're really far back, especially if you're able to carry it to some of the higher spots in the race, because if you pull up into 3rd or 4th place with a bullet bill, you pretty much won. Boo is an incredible item in this game, not only giving you invincibility, but allowing you to just ignore everybody else that's in the pack. And something else that's great about it is, unlike 8, it allows you to ignore the terrain like the grass on the outside, allowing you to drive straight through it. And of course, Boo grants you an additional item as well, really just making him kind of OP in this game. How's there still 3 more items even better than Boo? Well, let me give you the Star, which does the same exact thing as the Boo, but allows you to move a little faster, and it gives you invincibility and pretty much damage frames where you can just blast everybody out of your path when you get this thing. It is such a good feeling to have a star popped and a lightning hit, and you're able to just ride the wave completely and dodge everybody without even a second thought. It's also always nice to get a star and to be able to drive off-road with it as well, just like the Boo. When you're dealing out pain with a Mega Mushroom, it is one of the most glorious items in Mario Kart ever. But when you're on the receiving end, it's one of the most annoying ever, and that's why it's at the number 2 spot. I feel like this item is extremely common in Mario Kart World, where at times you'll see 3 or 4 racers almost every second with a Mega Mushroom and probably crushing you in the process. Not only does this make you invincible and lets you crush people, which slows them down significantly more than any other item in the game, but it also speeds you up a little bit and allows you to drive through any terrain, pretty much allowing you to get to the front of the pack no matter what, guaranteed. But still, there's one more item if you haven't seen throughout this video that is still just the best item in the game. The golden mushroom was pretty average in games like Mario Kart 8, but in Mario Kart World, this thing is absolutely peak. There is no reason in the world why you shouldn't pray that you get a golden mushroom, because it will easily take you from the very back of the pack to the very front of the pack, especially in the intermission tracks. There are so many dirt paths and open fields where you can just blast through every single other racer and completely ignore all the traffic and chaos in the middle of the road and just go your own route, which is just so good. And if you pull that Mega Mushroom Golden Mushroom combo, you might as well just say the race is yours, or at least first place is yours for the time being, because you're going to instantly pass everybody in the matter of seconds. It's just that good of an item. But that's every single item in Mario Kart World ranked. But let me know down below what your ranking is. Do you agree with my list or do you disagree, and let me know why. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.